Hi guys, I decided to give you a virtual tour of a online e-Staffroom or a collaborative website that was developed and is still in development with myself and a few other teachers at my school through a board-run initiative developed to increase online collaboration through the cloud. I thought this was a perfect resource and a great opportunity to spend some additional time developing this resource to benefit the teachers at my school and in my board. Due to privacy with our board software, I couldn't share the link directly with you, so I thought I would give you a tour of our website this way. One of the directives that we were given through this project was to develop again, online collaborative tool through the board to help meet the needs of our millennial learners. So one of the great things that we thought, and obviously a lot of us are in agreement with this because of the course that we're in, was teaching teachers how to use technology in their classroom effectively. So as a team, we sat down and identified some of the key things that we thought would be great to share with our peers, and this is what we came up with. So on this site we had a few key links that you could take a look at. We have apps by subject, classroom hardware under $150, everything Google, learning and additional PD, multimedia tools, online quiz platforms, organizational tools, and other useful resources. The way this became collaborative was in two ways. The first thing that we had them do was, if they had more ideas, there was a form that they could fill out. What we asked them to fill out in this form was what were the 3 top technology tools they were most comfortable using in their classroom. This would be beneficial to us because if we know what's being used, we don't have to focus on that either on the website or in professional development within our school. 3 technology tools you're most interested in learning more about. We thought this would be valuable because if there was a common theme of interest in one tool that they didn't know much about, we could all share our experiences with them. And if there was any resources they wanted to add to the site, so a cool website that they were using that we didn't know about, or a tool that they were using that we didn't know about or didn't have details on. And the last one was, is there any specific training or development you would like on the integration of technology in the classroom? Because everyone on the team developing the website, we're also on our professional development planning committee. We figured if we knew what teachers wanted development in, we could better fit our training to what they needed. We also had a quick note. I discussed this in a previous post about green tools and red tools. Whenever we're talking about using student information online, we want to make sure that they are used safely. So green tools in my board are things that are run by the board and contracted by the board. So all of the student information is stored on board servers, so we have a greater sense of security, so we don't have to worry about student privacy in terms of data. Red tools would be ones that are privately owned or operated, so things like Twitter or Dropbox, things like that, that a lot of teachers use. We can assume the same degree of security, so you want to be careful. You may not want to use student names, you use initials. Don't put up personal information, stuff like that. So some of the stuff we had, the first thing that we did is we divided apps by subject. So for the different subjects, we gave a list of apps that were both loaded on our school iPads and also of interest to different teachers. So as a science teacher, you could click science, and there was links and descriptions to each of these apps. So Khan Academy is something I use a lot with my grade 12 organic students. It gave you a link to what the app was, what it did, that you could take a look through on the Apple website before actually having to take a look at the physical iPad. Another thing that we took a look at was classroom hardware under 150 bucks. These are tools that actually I use quite a bit in my class. The Impivo interactive whiteboard system is a smartboard alternative. It's under $150. There's a video here that you can take a look at it, and it also has a link to the website where it can be purchased. Really cool tool that we actually looked at purchasing for our board, or our school, at a new school, but we decided we've gone with interactive LCDs instead. This is a tool I use almost daily in my class, the point of view document camera. They're $69, and they're pretty great quality, really small, easy to set up. There's attachments for microscopes, magnifiers, stuff like that. So a really good buy for just $69. And the last one is, I've done a few posts on this, I'm a big proponent for the LiveScribe pen. It gives a link to the LiveScribe store, and it gives a description and also links to the video where you can learn more about the LiveScribe pen. But I've already talked about that enough in previous posts. Because in our board where they're pushing Google Apps quite a bit, we did a page on everything Google. So information on Google Classroom, Google Drive, Google Docs, and Google Slides, Google Sheets, Google Forms, all of the things. So it gives a description of them, and we also found links to pretty useful tutorials on each of them for teachers that may not be comfortable using Google Apps in the classroom. Learning an additional PD, we found for most of these links we had a top 3, so our favorite 3 resources, so you didn't have to search throughout all of them. But these are all different websites that will offer workshops or online tutorials or just online collaboration through teachers that you could take a look through. There's some through the Ministry of Education, there's some that are privately owned, and we had, again, our top 3 were Ministry of Education Offer Development, Edutopia, and Teaching Channel, Better Lessons being another option. Multimedia tools are top 3. We've talked about a lot of these actually in online discussion boards as well. So Bitstrips, Glogster, and Prezi, each being alternative presentation tools students can use for assessments or you can use to present material. Bitstrips is similar to Comic Life in that you make comics in school. Glogster is a poster creating software, and Prezi is similar to PowerPoint in a way. But a little less traditional. Some of the other ones that teachers use that didn't make our top 3 would be Comic Life, Haiku Deck, Powtoon, Audacity, and VoiceThread. So again, for all of them, a quick little description so you can see what they could do, and then a link to where you could set up an account to take a look through those products. Online classroom platforms, we've had a lot of discussion about this in our discussion boards as well, so this is a cool thing. Our top 3 were Google Classroom, Desire to Learn, and Moodle. The reason we picked those 3 mostly were because they were all green tools, and a lot of times if you're promoting online discussion, we figured for our board, because those are supported, that was the best option for us. Some other options though that have had some success with our peers would be Edmodo, Google Sites, Schoology, and Today's Meet. Online quiz platforms, so these would be things where you can do quizzes online and have students either do them in class or at home. The one I use quite a bit is Socrative. It made our top 3. There's an app on the student phone that they can record in real time and present it on the screen. Google Forms can also do it. We added this because in our board it's a green tool, and GoToQuiz is another one some peers had used with success. Lots and lots and lots of different quiz platforms though, so again this is why we had our top 3. So if it wasn't someone who was a really tech savvy teacher, it's a little less overwhelming. Organizational tools, so this is for other organization of your notes or class discussions or just for students. Our top 3 were Evernote, Padlet, and OneNote, but again there is lots of alternatives, and again that's why we shortened it down to our top 3. One of my favorite is just useful resources, so cool places you can get good videos or information or whatever. We've talked about a few of these. I'm a big proponent for TED-Ed. They're really great videos that are done in combination with cartoonists. So they take people who've done really cool TED Talks and are up to date on their research, and they pair them with a cartoonist to present the information in a neat way. Some of my favorite ones are How Small is an Atom or How Big is a Mole. So really cool ways to make really conceptual things more concrete for students. Virtual Researchers on Call is somewhere where you can connect with university and college professors who are doing research, and they video conference in with your classroom. And PBS Learning Media in general is just a really great resource. It's got it's divided by subject and grade, and you can find tons of stuff: videos, web pages, activities, lesson plans, tons of other stuff. Again, big long list of other ones that our teachers on our team use a lot, like Brain Pop, Discovery Education, EdTech Teacher, edX, Explore Learning. The list goes on and on and on, but there are really lots of other cool options for your class. So if they didn't see in that welcome page that quiz that they could fill out, we also did set up a Voice Yourself. So it's just a place where you can add posts, so new posts, and this is where we can take a look if there's a bug that they needed help with, or a website that they wanted included on the list, or an issue with something on the website. So this is our online e-Staffroom that we are presenting actually at our first PD day when we come back in September. So hopefully you enjoyed this virtual tour of my online e-Staffroom. Thanks so much.